Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Growing Clip Mind's Eye for Seniors. I felt bad about the last video for the kids, so we're going to do another children's corner, but we're going to do lavender on the children's corner. And today, this is Mr. Weathertree, and Mr. Weathertree says it's, let's see if we can see it. There we go. It's September 29th of 2022. It's Thursday. It's 56 degrees Fahrenheit or 13 degrees Celsius right now at 8 o'clock in the evening. It's going to be a Munstead lavender. It needs full sun, zones 4 to 9, likes a loose wall draining soil. And we're going to use the sun grow cactus mix. And we're going to put them in this frog pot. And I used my diamond drill bit, drilled a hole in there. I got my mesh, my plastic canvas mesh from Hobby Lobby, so you can see what it is. So let's get going here. Here's our, this is from Ted's greenhouse. Ted, I don't have the card here. What did I do with it? See? Well, Ted's greenhouse, you've seen on the previous videos, but I have to look for everything. Here it is. It's out in Tinley Park. There you go. We're not using his mix because I ain't going to have enough to fill up that pot. And this is what I got from Ted's. It's a lavender. It's got a nice trunk on it. And the price was only $3.99. Get a load of this thing. So, let's get going here because I know the kids got to get to bed. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to prune it. Now we're not going to do a lot, but we're going to just take off some of the top here, and you can cut it and then let the kids squeeze it and smell it. It smells good. So put that there, and we're just going to take off the tops just for now, just like that. We're not going to do nothing major because this is for the kids. And the fun part for the kids is going to be underwater root raking. They're going to have a ball with that. I find that really nice to do. Okay, so there's our little tree. And you notice that we're real heavy on this side. So we can take it off, but we want to develop the trunk more. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to open it up a little bit and just cut above into here just to get it opened up. Just take off the insides there, just like that. I'm going to try to take something so we can just open up the canopy a little bit so the kids can see the insides. And the kids are going to do the fun part of planting it. But Mom and Dad, because you got the scissors, you're going to have to do the cutting. All we're going to do is try to open up the canopy. Let me put this a little closer here so you can see. And you don't have to look at my ugly kisser here. But we're just going to take that off. We're just going to open it up a little bit right now, trying to get all the inside shoots cut. Open up the trunk a little bit there. The branching. So just pull it back a little bit. Remember, this is for the kids. You can ask them, hey, which branch do you want to cut off? And then cut it off for them and let them look at it. See? And this is going to be something cool for them because where are they going to get a already made tree? So this is an eye poker branch if we're going to use this as a front, and I don't see why not. I'm going to take this bottom one off. And we're just going to go in there and just above the branch we're going to cut. Just like that. Now this is something easy for you to do. And you don't have to worry about nothing. You can try to house it outside. But from my research is that sometimes when the lavender will last you a good 3 years, And if you get a good hard freeze and it's outside, it'll die back all the way to the bottom, but then it'll regrow again. So if you do that, you're going to lose your nice trunk. So we're going to keep it inside this winter by a cold window. There we go. And just open it up a bit. Just like that. I don't want to do too much because the kids will get bored. Now this one's going to be blocking our view of our trunk a little bit, so we could take this branch off, but that would be too much. So I'm going to leave that. It's for the kids. So we're going to want this thing to develop more. So we want to keep as much branching on there as possible. And just open up the view a little bit. Just cut the sucker growth, the water shoots that come up from here. And that's about it. Let's see what's on this branch. Take some of these off. Now, moms, you can make a nice potpourri. I think they call it like that. But see, there you go. Now that trunk's sticking out like a sore thumb, so we're going to keep that one towards the back because we want this thing to develop and grow when it's late in the year. But this is good for growing roots. This is good for growing roots. Okay, Tom, let's put this on the side. Now here comes the fun part for the kids. I'm going to take our lavender out of the pot, let them squeeze it, and we got the roots there. So we're going to put it in underwater. Now you ain't going to see it if I don't put it. Let it sit in there for a minute. Let it get loosened up a little bit. And you can take a wooden chopstick, and then we're going to start raking the roots, the soil away from the roots, so we can see what we got. Now this is an easier way of doing it, because then you don't get a mess all over the place, and the kids get to play in the water and get their hands all muddy. And what are you going to do? Kids are kids. So this is pretty tough, but you got to fire that chopstick in. Tell the kids, fire it in there. Fire it in there, kids. You got to get that chopstick fired in there. You got to get that soil off the roots. So we're going to fire it in. Just fire it in. There we go. Just like that. There. I'm hitting something hard here. But this is Ted's mix. And I didn't have a chance to get the barrel out, the bag out of the garage and put it in a bucket. So we're going to have to use a sun grow on this. There we go. Just hitting. Firing that chopstick, fire it into the roots. And doing it this way, you don't get a mess. And you're going to say, Tom, well, the soil in the bottom of this bucket is all muddy. Well, you just water your plants with it. And if you got any holes in the yard or you want to do any filling, you just take it out with your hand and put it in there, or just swirl the water around and get it in. So that's all we're doing. Let the kids fire it in. Don't let them be afraid. Just hold it for them if they can't hold it, and let them use this chopstick and fire it in. Just fire it in. Fire that chopstick into the root mass. Fire it in. Now for the kids, you don't have to get it all off, but we're getting a majority of it off. And just let them just scrape it with the chopstick like that. Let's see if we can get it over to the side so you can see it a little better, so my hand's not in the way. And just like that, let them fire it in there. Fire that chopstick into the root system. And with the water, it helps loosen the soil real nice for them. It's real easy to do underwater. You don't make a mess. And the roots come out good. So let's see what we got here so far. Look at that. Look at that root system. You can see what we got. So we'll just go into the base of the trunk here, and let's just take off more. After a while, we can cut off this long branch as soon as the other ones develop. But we want this to grow first. You want it to grow and look good. So just like that. There we go. Now, underwater root raking is real easy, and this will get the kids interested because this is the only time they can get dirty and get their hands full of mud. And Mom and Dad, if you hurry, just get some paper towels ready so they can wipe their hands. And I think I got one ready here too. But that's pretty good. And it untangles the roots pretty good. I mean, just like that. So there's our root system. There's our nice little root system that the kids can play with. And then we can always put it on here and just comb them out a little bit. Let the kids do it. I mean, granted, some of the roots will fall off. Let's see so you can see it. But let the kids do it. Let them use the rake. For $3.99, don't be afraid of hurting the plant. I mean, it'll grow for them. There we go. So we got all that out of the way. And throw that in the garbage. Boom. So we got a nice little root system here. And it being late in the year, we're not going to cut a lot off because it'll fit in this pot real nice. Let them pick the front. Let them see what they like. We can pick this as a front or this as a front. But I don't think so with this branch sticking out. And I don't want to cut too much off yet. Because if we cut it off, I think that we can cut it. It might look good. So that's what we're going to do. We're just going to give it a cut. Just like that. And this will make a nice little cutting. So I'm going to stick it over here. I'll get this this bucket out of the way so we don't spill it. I have another mess. So at the bottom here, because there's some nooks and crannies in there, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some gravel and stick it on the bottom. It'll help with drainage. It's going to go right over our screen. So it's fine enough to make a nice drainage in there. You can see it. Okay. So if the kids were here, I'd ask them what's going on. But Mr. Elephant and Pinkie Pie, they're looking at it. What do you think, guys? I think if we cut... Now, we'll put this over here, just for now, and make that a front. But let the kids pick out the front for you. So, this we can get in, but we're going to cut some of the root system off. And if the kids are good with scissors, you can let them cut. So we're just going to cut some of these hanging ones off. That's all we're going to do. Because this is for kids. You ain't going to do nothing major, nothing fancy. You got to get the kids interested in doing this. And by making it simple for them, that's the easiest way to do. And if you're afraid of doing it, just go slow, easy. You don't have to do a lot. Okay, so now this is the sun gold. It's a nice fast draining cactus soil. I'll put it in. I'm going to say, Tom, you didn't use the worm castings yet. I know, we're going to use that later on in the spring. But I can still do it, but not with this mix. So, let me put this in here. We're going to get our meat goose. If you don't have meat goose, that's all right. But if you got meat goose, let the kids squirt it in the bottom. If they squirt it in a lot, don't worry about it. It's not going to burn the root system because all it is. Sorry for getting in your way like this, but still cleaning up. Now, today's Thursday. You can get a nice hot cup of tea and get a book out and read it to the kids. And sit down with them, let them read the book with you. Just get the kids into something different instead of watching TV all day. So we're just going to put that as our I think we can do this. Just like that. I think that'd be a good front. So let the kids open this up. You open it up for the kids, let them put some more soil in there and make a mound. Oh, that's nice, Tom. There we go, make a nice mound. And we just put this on the top. Get it, jiggle it in there. And then get some more in there. Don't worry about getting Mr. Frog dirty because you're going to rinse them off anyway. There you go. And then let the kids, tell them, gently fire in the chopstick. Gently on this one so we can get the soil into the roots real good. Just like that. There we go. And then let them have the spray bottle and let them squirt the mix so we can get some water into there. Let them turn the turntable for you. Just like that. And then we're going to let them put their fingers in there and just push it in. Well, we're going to have to use the chopstick because this settled pretty good. So that's good though. Okay, Tom, let's get our little cup. You can get a cup for the kids or a spoon or anything. But you can do this for yourself because you'll have a nice little, if you got a nice sunny windowsill, you have a nice little plant to smell up the house. There we go. And then just let them gently push it in with your fingers. Get it all into the spots, all into the back where the cubby holes are. Just like that. I'm just getting my fingers in there. Just push it down. Let them push it down with their fingers. Because we still got more down there to go. So let's get Mr. Elephant. Let him give it a little watering so we can get everything in there. Now you're going to say, Tom, you're not doing any root developing. Well, I'm not doing that now because this is for the kids. We wanted something simple and easy to make. And if you're just starting out in bonsai, this is something simple and easy for you to do. And then the fall is the best time, I think, for repotting because, one, the plant's cold, it's not going to grow a lot, but the roots are going to grow. And I was taught in landscaping school that fall was a good time to plant because in the spring, you got to think, the roots are growing and the top's trying to grow. But in the fall, it's dying back, but the roots are still growing. So you want a good root development on this plant. And this is, I think, the best way to do it. A strong root development gives you a strong plant. So there you go. Just let the kids press it into the soil. Their fingers into the soil nice. You got a nice trunk showing here. Just like that. Now this one, we can cut back to here. I'll just cut it off because that's right poking in an eye poker, but there you go. Something different like that. And just let the kids do it. Don't be afraid. Let them do it. They make a mistake, but that's how they learn. Okay, Pinkie Pie wants to do some watering too. Okay, Pinkie Pie. There we go. Just for the kids. Mr. Elephant and Pinkie Pie and his whole family say hello to all the kids out there. To Freddie and to Mia, a nice special hello, and to all you youngsters out there, a special hello. But there we go. Just like that, and we'll just get a little bit more. Now you want to keep it a little bit below the pot, the rim of the pot, but just enough. And then, how you say it in French, the pierre de resistance. You can give them some sand, and kids love to play in sand. Let them take the spoon and just let them put some sand in there. Something different. Now we've been doing there we go. Been doing a lot of slow. There we go. A lot of slow development on this tree. And wintertime it's going to go dormant. So let's see how it develops for us. Now if the kids want to put a small rock in there, they can put a small rock. I got, let's see, I got a piece of dragon stone. Let's see if I can drop it. Yep, cracked real good. There we go. We got a nice piece of dragon stone. Look, when it cracks, it almost looks like the head of a dragon. So we can put the dragon stone here for the boys. And for the girls, we got a little horse. A flying horse. And we can put the horse over here. So now we're going to take Pinkie Pie and water it in some more until the water runs out. Let's get all this soil off the Mr. Frog. And we're doing this late in the evening, or you can do it early in the morning. Remember, late in the evening or early in the morning is the best time to do your repotting. If you can. If you can't, well, you can't. But for me, I like it that way. Okay. Now, we're going to take a little more sand because we got some of the soil on there. And it's draining real good, real nice and easy. And then we're going to let it sit outside. There, just like that. Just let them do it. And don't forget, you can get a Mr. Elephant shirt or a Mr. Elephant cup. My son and my daughter-in-law, they do it. Him and his wife, they work on it. But it's up to you. She's making Halloween cups now and fall cups. And you can also get winter cups, for Christmas. Valentine's Day, she makes them all. But there we go. We got that in there. And just tap it in. Pinkie Pie, give it a little bit more water there. Just like that. And a nice little planting for the kids. They got their frog. They got their tree. They can view it from either side. Let them pick the side they want. And this will go outside tonight. Or tomorrow morning I'm going to let it go in here because I don't want the night terrors wrecking it. And I'll put it outside. And there you go. Nice little thing for the kids to do and for you to do. You don't have to be a kid to do something like this. You can do it yourself. If you're young at heart and you're limited on income for $3.99, and the pot was, I think, 50% off because I bought 3 of them at Faisal's. And the rock you can get at any aquarium shop, Dragonstone, because it looks almost like a dragon's head if you look at it. And you drop it on the floor and it'll break free and you get a nice another piece of dragon. So there you go. Something different for for the kids and you to do. And just have fun with the kids. Let them do it. If they make a mistake, they make a mistake, but let them do it. And underwater root raking, I think, is the best thing to do because the kids really get a bang out of it. And I get a bang out of it because I don't have a mess. And thank you, Zen, from Maybe Bonsai, for suggesting the lavender. It was mighty nice of you. That's good for the kids. So, that's it. I hope this doesn't crash. I wanted to do it for the kids because I was a little saddened by that. Oh, and if you want to make an accent plant, I get this at Lowe's. It was like $2. And all you do is take an acorn. Put the acorn in there, you got an accent plant. Good for Christmas. You don't have to water it. Okay, everybody, you have a nice night. Remember, read a book. Read a book with the kids. Me, I have to catch up on all the videos I missed. I've been so busy yesterday and today, man. Something else. So you take care, everybody. Have a good evening, cup of tea, relax. Enjoy the kids. Read a book with them. Read a book yourself. Grandma, Grandpa, sit back with a cup of tea and enjoy each other's company and read a book together. So you take care, everybody, and have a good day. And thank you for coming to the Children's Corner on Grown Clip Bonsai for Seniors. Take care, everybody.